Hey guys, so before we get into the video, I want to tell you guys that my 3-year anniversary with my channel has just passed. I'm still not sure when this video is going up, so it might have been yesterday or 2 days ago, but July 10th marks the first video I posted on this channel 3 years ago in 2018. I'll keep it short. It's been a real interesting 3 years on this channel, and I want to thank you guys for sticking around with me throughout these past few years. So this video is going to be another responding to your opinions video. I haven't done one of these in a really long time, and I thought that the anniversary of my channel would be the best time to give you all some time to shine. These were all submitted via Instagram, so if you submitted one, thank you. I couldn't include all of them, but just know I appreciate it, and now let's just get into it. First opinion is Fromis9 has the best 4th gen discography. I completely agree with this. I hate to get on my I'm not like other girls shit, but I am truly so thankful that Fromis9 has not gone the same route as most 4th gen groups. Like, I remember when the first 4th gen groups were debuting, we saw so many different looks and concepts, and then the whole I'm a bad girl and nobody can stop me lyrics with the combat boots and latex got popular, and so many groups made the unnecessary switch up in their concept and sound to follow that trend. That whole switch up has completely tainted so many 4th gen groups and their discographies, and I'm just so glad that Fromis9 are still doing what has always worked for them. And despite misconceptions from international fans, their most recent comeback actually charted very well in Korea. In fact, Fromis9 has always been relatively popular domestically, even without a first win. But back to the discography. Hopefully I'm not jinxing this, knock on wood. But I truly love Fromis' concept and sound, and they have such a good discography. They definitely have your typical K-pop girl group sound, but it's not generic or boring at all, and it's very GP friendly. That's also something I think a lot of people don't realize with 4th gen groups. So many of them have switched up to making noise music, but there are only a handful of groups the Korean general public tolerates that sound from, like ITZY and now recently aespa. In fact, most of the Korean GP does not like noise music, and plenty of posts on different Korean forums have gone viral for discussing the lack of appealing rookie groups. Overall, I'm just glad that Fromis9 hasn't caved to the pressure of current 4th gen trends. Their concept suits them well and is clearly working for them. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Next opinion is, when BTS start doing Western award shows in person again, I want more exciting runway looks. I agree completely. Honestly, I respect that BTS try to work with smaller Korean designers to give them more exposure when they attend award shows, but I'm gonna need HYBE to start pulling some strings and get BTS in contact with some famous designers, because there are absolutely designers and brands out there looking to work with and sponsor BTS. Look at Louis Vuitton. I'm also just tired of the outfits they've been giving us. BTS has not had consistently good styling since Blood, Sweat, and Tears era, and I'm tired of it. We get good outfits every now and then, but most of what they wear for official schedules is pretty repetitive or just straight up ugly. They're all gorgeous and they look good in everything, but they deserve to wear better outfits aside from the same blazer and khakis combo in different colors for every single award show and performance. And they definitely deserve to wear better outfits than whatever the fuck was going on at Mama 2019. All of the boys have such a unique sense of style, and I'd love to see that shown outside of just airport fashion and social media posts. At the very least, I'd just like to see them switch out whoever is styling them currently. Next opinion is, Leah is just as bad of a dancer as Momo is a singer. K-pop fans just don't care about singing. I don't necessarily agree with the opinion about Leah and Momo, but I do agree that idols get a lot more shit for not being a good dancer than they do for not being a good singer. Not necessarily with Momo as an example, because Momo and the rest of Twice in general get a lot of shit for their vocals. K-pop has always been about performance and how flashy you can be, so dancing will always be valued more heavily than being a good singer is, hence why a lot of K-pop fans don't really care about live vocals as much as they do the choreography. I feel like at this point, with how few groups sing live consistently, a lot of idols could be replaced with backup dancers who lip sync, and you'd barely notice the difference. I've said it before and I'll say it again, there are a handful of genuinely exceptional K-pop vocalists, significantly less than most people think there are, as a lot of idols get praised for being good singers based on pre-recorded vocals. Like, I could literally count the number of truly skilled singers in K-pop on my fingers. That's how few of them there are. Because there are a plethora of average to below average vocalists in K-pop, and there's significantly more good dancers than there are good singers, the idols who who aren't very good at dancing stick out a lot more than the ones who aren't good at singing, hence why idols like Leah get so much shit for their dancing abilities. Next opinion is, y'all care so much about bullying scandals, especially with female idols, but there are bigger issues. Yeah, I don't really think this is the mindset we should be taking on when discussing bullying. I think that a lot of these bullying scandals can be kind of complicated and confusing, especially because these scandals really have been compounding as there have been so many of them within the last 1 to 2 years, and about half of them have been proven to be false. However, I don't think that there being quote-unquote bigger issues should take away from bullying scandals. That mindset seems like a lazy attempt at a cop-out or a cover-up for idols who found themselves being confronted with their past. I will say that some of the situations have gotten out of control. I don't know exactly what became of the situation, but a couple months ago, a netizen said they were going to reveal a female idol who had bullied them in the first semester of 6th grade. Now, I hate to tell somebody to get over something like bullying, but if anybody tries to drag me for something I did in the 6th grade, I'm suing you for everything you're worth. Like, I'm sorry, but unless whatever they did is something that can be prosecuted, do not come to me talking shit about a 20-something-year-old idol about something they did when they were 11. Maybe I'm a bitch for that, but I just can't fathom being in a place where I ruined someone's career over something they did as a child. And I'm not talking a child like they were 16, 17. I'm talking a child as in they aren't even a teenager yet. But overall, these bullying scandals can get complicated, and it's not all that helpful that people are also fabricating these rumors as well, but I think it's important to take them seriously if the accusations being made are serious as well. Next opinion is, K-pop lore never makes any sense. It's just a way to make your group look interesting when they really aren't. Okay, I wouldn't be as harsh about it, but I agree to an extent. I've never liked lore, not only because it's hard to keep up with if you're a new fan who just started standing a 5-year-old group, but also because most of the time it feels very lazy. Like, it genuinely comes off to me as just the editors of the music video trying to figure out what to do with extra footage they didn't get to use, so they decided to stitch it together and make it lore. That, or the director really liked a certain aesthetic or scene and couldn't figure out how to fit it into the music video, so they just decided to film a few more scenes with the members looking longingly at something and called it lore. Maybe I'll eat my words on this, but I have yet to encounter a K-pop group who does lore consistently and does it in a way that doesn't stunt them conceptually. I feel like a lot of groups who start with lore always abandon it because it prevents them from being able to do different concepts. Like, okay, the story being told in this MV is about the members chasing and trying to kill a monster, and the concept is horror. Now the next comeback is summer themed. How are you going to fit that storyline into the MV filled with fruits and pool parties? Like I said, maybe I'm wrong on this one, but unless a group can commit to never changing their concept too drastically, K-pop lore almost never makes sense or it isn't consistent. Next opinion is, nobody talks about idols being gay more than straight people. Oh my god, you're so right. Like, I have never seen actual queer people talk as much about an idol's sexuality as a straight person with a fetish for lesbians or gay men. And I've said it before, straight people have gotten way too comfortable speaking for and about queer people, and it's genuinely getting weird. Like, I remember y'all were talking about Winter from aespa being a lesbian for smiling at a female interviewer, and actual lesbians had to get up here and tell y'all that's weirdo behavior. Like, for all the shit y'all say about how queer people speculate too heavily about idol sexualities, the straights are the ones who seem to be making everything about how gay an idol actually is. CLC's rap is better than Blackpink's rap. I find Yoon better than Lisa and Jennie combined. True, but then again, Yoon is out rapping like 99% of the girl group rappers anyways. Like, why Yoon is barely ever mentioned in conversations about best girl group rappers is beyond me, because she's running circles around most of the names y'all throw into the conversation. Also, I know this isn't necessarily related, but I would also like to mention Hyeran and Exy from Wooju Sonyo as 2 other really good female rappers. And the last opinion is, there's no point in priding yourself in standing someone who's quote-unquote unproblematic. True, not only because this mindset will almost always blow up in your face, being completely unproblematic as it's defined by stan Twitter is literally impossible. You will never be able to stan a group or idol who is completely unproblematic. It's unattainable and it's not something you should strive for. Being aware of the bigotry that takes place in the K-pop industry and being willing to address it when you see it is the best you can do. Expecting your stan list to be completely free of quote-unquote problematic idols is impossible. Anyways, that's all for this video, you guys. Once again, thank you so much for the support you've shown me over these past 3 years. I really, really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!